and welcome back to Beloved Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. Y'all, happy Monday. I hope your weekend was amazing. I hope your work week, your school week, whatever week it is in your world is starting out wonderfully. Y'all know the deal, okay? Yes. Kick off them shoes, get in your favorite spot, get somewhere cozy, grab a blanket, and curl up because it's time to spend some time with Jesus and Beloved as we dive into this series, all right? Y'all know we got a lot to talk about. I don't know how long we gonna be hanging out right now. I'm just putting it out there, so I don't know what. Y'all know how I go. I just don't know what. I don't know what's gonna come up. I don't know what's gonna be said. So yeah. Get somewhere comfortable, girl. Just get somewhere comfortable. Get some lemonade, get a few snacks, all right? Yeah, so anyways, I'm feeling amazing, doing wonderful, like, made a decision. Like, Beloved girl, you got to get it together. You have these goals and different things, and nothing is going to happen unless some changes are made. And I've gone over this time and time again in my mind. Many of y'all probably know how that is. Making a decision, trying to say, okay, I'm gonna be consistent, and it be all right when you starting, but then it's like that day two. At least for me, y'all probably get a lot further than I do. But that day two, y'all, it be coming back up like, oh, do I really want to do this? I want to lay down, I want to watch something, I want to read, I want to. I'm like, no, girl, we turning all that off. We getting up on here. We finna talk. Okay, we gonna do this. We gonna do this. Man, oh, Jesus, we're gonna do this, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our special feature today, which is titled Free Rein. This is season 1, episode 5. We are really getting through these episodes. I'm really excited about this. We're getting somewhere. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this episode. Y'all remember the last episode? Zoe was banned from the stables. I felt some kind of way about that I felt like it was a little harsh, but at the same time, she disobeyed. She knew the rules, and she went behind her mom's back and went to the stables anyway, went to pony camp anyway. So I kind of do have to side with her mom, Maggie, on this. I don't know. I still feel kind of bad for her, but now... When this episode opens up, Zoe is outside enjoying that crisp breeze and all that large expanse of land in front of her grandparents' home. And yeah, she's in a good place. Her hair is like laid back and she's sitting out there. She's doing good. She's being a good girl. She ain't all sneaking off somewhere to the stables or anything. But then her mom calls her inside for breakfast, and then we see like, wow. Zoe ain't got over that from last episode. She's still feeling some kind of way towards her mom. And her mom knows it and was like, kind of rolled her eyes like after she called her inside for breakfast or whatever. But why Zoe happened to be sitting out there, right? Because y'all know everything can't stay quiet in Zoe's world. It just don't work like that. So this is what happened, right? She ended up getting this call from Becky though. Y'all know Becky and all of them, her little stable friends. Over at the stables and all that, they called her and basically let her know that they found something that belongs to someone. It's some initials that's carved into one of the equipment that is for the horses, and they find it very strange. They don't know who it belongs to, and so they show Zoe. They doing this whole FaceTime thing, and Zoe's like, what? Okay, where's Raven? How is Raven doing? Raven is like her main concern because it's been a horse thief on the prowl. And they still haven't cracked the case. We don't know who has stolen Mia's horse. And Zoe is pretty scared. Like, what if Raven is next? What if Raven was originally the horse that they wanted? But they took Mia's horse instead because Mia's horse was in Raven's stall. So she has this theory. Y'all, okay? And I'm kind of with Zoe on this. I know she's been known to be thinking far-fetched a little bit, her little conspiracy theories and all of that had led to Penn getting arrested. And it has led to a little bit of disaster. Her and Penn still ain't kind of made up as far as their friendship is concerned. So Zoe, she knows she got to tread softly and be careful with this when you are making accusations, when you're trying to come up with these theories, because you need some hardcore evidence. Like, this is how we have to move going forward. We already done did that other thing. It was Shane work last time, and you hurt someone that was quite special to you. So we know we gotta get some real evidence, okay? So in this episode, that's what we trying to do. We trying to gather some evidence here. And so Zoe takes a look, and Becky show her like a FaceTime of Raven, and she noticed that his tail is braided. She's like, that looks funny. Like, who could have done that? So she's really starting to think. The wheels are turning in her mind. Like, okay, the horse thief is coming back for Raven. I just know this. Like, she is fully convinced of this. So she is like, okay, Becky, y'all, this is what we're gonna do. Here's the plan, okay? Here's the plan. We're gonna meet up at the cafe. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna come up with something. Since my mom has banned me from the stables, at least we can get out to the cafe and talk about this and see what we can do. So she goes and running back inside. The girls agree. This is what they're gonna do. She run back inside the house or whatever. And her mom's like, where are you going? I'm calling Zoe by her horse name. Stop. All right. So Zoe running back in the house and tell her mama. And her mom was like, where you going? Because her mom was like sitting at the table with her dad, with her grandpa, whatever. And she's like, where you running off to? You know, basically, like, you know, you still the child here. You still banned. Ain't no ban's been lifted. So where you going, girl? And so we was like, I'm going to the cafe, you know, have coffee, friends. Is that still allowed? Is it still okay? And I was like, Zoe, girl, don't tell your mama like that. I know that she laid it on a little bit harsh for you. I know she did that now, but at the end of the day, she's still your mama. So you gotta calm it down. Slow your roll, girl. Slow your roll. And mom was like, gave her that look. I'm like, all right, and let her go to the cafe. So you got off there, Zoe. You got off there. I gotta give it to your mom. But I do get it. You still in your feelings, you in your emotions, and that's really where it's coming from. You pulling from that place inside. How could your mama do this to you, and not even give you a reason why? And I grew up in a time like my mom would tell me whatever she want to say, and it is what it is. You couldn't open your mouth and say, well, why? Explain this to me. You bring no explanation. I mean, it may be a hand to something else that'll be your explanation. If you take that chance and, open your mouth about that. But I get it. We in different times now, and y'all know the way a lot of kids are raised now. They feel like they are owed an explanation. Like, you have to explain your answer. Why the answer is no. Okay, yeah, I see how y'all doing and all that. That's how I go now. I get it. I ain't got to deal with it personally, but I do get it, right? And so Zoe head out, and then before she can even get out the house good, Rosie calling down, still talking about something she want to go or whatever. She's like, hurry up. And Rosie's like, I'm looking for my shoes and stuff. Like, Rosie, girl, you is not in LA, all right? I done told you. Every time you leave the house, you ain't got to leave the house like you about to walk down the runway now. Okay, everything ain't got to be perfect. Girl, put on some sandals or something. Run out there barefoot. You're only 10 years old. Anyway, so she run out the door following Zoe. And her and Zoe walk into the cafe, taking their time or whatever. And Rosie get this text from someone, and she's like, like, this is like something amazing, something brilliant that has happened, right? And Zoe like, what's going on? Like, out with it, Rosie. Like, what has happened? Because her reaction looked like so stunned, like something amazing, otherworldly could have happened in this short period of time. Rosie was like, Mia just texted like I'm invited to a sleepover. And Zoe's looking like, really? Like, I wouldn't dare be caught doing any kind of sleepover with no me. I might not even wake up dealing with this girl. And so, Rosie is all excited about it. And then Zoe points out some good facts to her sister, because like we know, we established in the last video, Rosie is really, really young compared to, her sister and her sister, peers and stuff, right? And so she doesn't really understand things. She's a bit naive when it comes to certain types of things, which is understandable because she's only 10 years old. And so Zoe points out some clear facts here, like basically you're 10. Like, come on now. Like, what do you really think? Do you really think Mia is inviting you to a sleepover because she really wants to hang out with a 10-year-old? And Rosie is like, she basically convinced in her mind, no, she really does like me. Like, basically I'm special. Like, Mia's really a good friend. She's good. And so it was like, she got me in trouble. She called mom to the stables. Like, how much evidence, how much information do you need to convince you that only reason Mia is inviting you to the sleepover is because of me? That she's after me. She's after just basically trying to get some dirt, some kind of information. But of course, Rosie is not trying to hear all that. She's like, no. Basically Mia is a good person and she's my friend, and on top of all of that, she's like a big sister to me. And then Zoe turned around and looked like, stopped dead in her tracks, like, a big sister? I'm your big sister. And I just felt her in that moment. I was like, Rosie, that was kind of mean. I know she didn't really mean it in that way that Zoe took it, you know, because she's only 10 years old. What does she really know? But yeah, that would hit you strong as the older sibling. You know, you're protecting your sister, you're there for your sister. You and Rosie have your own relationship. She is your baby sister at the end of the day, and you're trying to tell me you're trying to replace me? Come on now. And I'm like, girl, Mia would never measure up to Zoe. Zoe is such a really good big sister. So Rosie, you need to back it up, girl, because you have like the most awesome big sister in the world. There's no way that Mia would ever compare to that. Okay, get over it now. Get over it, okay? I'm just saying. So anyways, they end up going to the cafe. And guess who in the cafe, girl? Mia, Marcus, and Mia whole little crew, okay? And y'all know a lot of the little girls, especially Zoe friends, are kind of like low-key, like swooning over Marcus or whatever. And he seems to have a thing for Zoe. I mean, we see a little bit more of that in this episode. We explored that in the last episode a little bit. Some previous videos we talked about that a little bit, but I had told y'all at the end of the day, I really feel like Zoe, if she was to be considering anyone, which she's not, okay? She's just trying to ride her horse. That's it. She's trying to be a kid, enjoy her life. And I love that, okay? Stay there. But if there was anything that could possibly be anything, it would, the only person I could really see is Penn. And I know he walk around kind of mean mugging all the time and all of that, and they got a little, don't have the best history. Penn is kind of upset with her. He's like hot on fire with her right now, okay, because her accusing him, and it turned into this whole big thing, almost ruined his reputation and everything that he had going on. So I know he's not in the best place right now with Zoe, but at the same time, I really feel like there is something there. I mean, everything kind of starts from a little bit of something, a little bit of a spark, and then it blossoms, it grows into something in its season, in the appropriate season, maybe many years from now, because they're just kids at this point. But I really feel like if there's any little bit of any possibility, it would be with Penn. He is a bit of a mystery for Zoe. He doesn't come off the way Marcus kind of comes off. Marcus does come off with a slight bit of arrogance because he's used to girls outwardly like chasing him and swooning over him. And I don't really think that that's appealing to Zoe in any way, as opposed to Penn, who's, nobody is checking for Penn like that. Nobody, if anything, they going the other way. Penn this way, I'm head on over here. That's really how it's going with Penn. And Penn ain't trying to see all that. He ain't trying to hear all that. Okay, he got his own little things going as far as trying to take care of this wounded horse and doing his job at the stables, and his dad looking out for him, being there for him, and all of that. Penn got a lot more on his plate than what these little kids got going on right now, okay? Even though he's still a kid himself, but he has a bit more responsibility. And I'm going to point out right now, because it's coming to my mind, that I do enjoy like the scenery around Penn's house, because he stayed literally right off the coast, y'all. Right there, the ocean is just a breath away when you at Penn house, okay? So I love that. Because Zoe ended up going there in this episode because coming in with her peace offering, girl. She done found like this little broken radio in her grandparents' house. Done fix it up a little bit, because she remembered that she had a dog back at home when he was sick, that the radio helped her dog back at home like get better. So she thought with tending to his sick horse, his sick pony right now, that maybe the radio would do the horse some good and probably get her in a little bit in Penn's good side. I mean, we can't be hopeful, right? And so she so she ends up taking the I know I'm kind of jumping a little bit ahead of myself because this is a little bit after the point where Zoe does go back to the stables, and she knows she ain't supposed to be over there, but she did go over there. And Sam had, well, basically she wanted to tell Sam her theory so Sam could protect Raven, like try to keep him inside, don't keep him out there. And Sam had to break it down to her that Raven is a wild horse. To keep him locked up away, he's just gonna get irritable, and it's just gonna be a bunch of trouble. Like, he has to be out. We'll just make sure we keep our eye out on him, and we can't live afraid. If there is a horse thief on the prowl, it will get handled in its timing. We can't live like in fear. So she breaks that down to Zoe and lets her know that her mom has made it clear that Zoe isn't allowed at the stables. So if Zoe is caught back there, Sam is going to have to contact her mom and let her know that she's been there. So Zoe is like, oh, that was like a waste, an utter waste. Like, she's not going to get the help that she came here for. So her and the girls did decide that they're going to have to take care of this themselves. They decided to put together having a slumber party. Well, sleepover, not slumber party, but a sleepover just to keep an eye out on Raven. And yeah, that'll be kind of like their cover up since Zoe isn't allowed in the stables. And also because she may be able to get away with this because her baby sister Rosie got invited to a sleepover at Mia's house. So if her mom said yes to Rosie, then she's kind of thinking that her mom's most likely going to say yes to her. And her mom, and she was right, her mom does agree to allow her to do the whole sleepover with Becky them and all of that. So she does go over there, but her mom, before that point, her mom drops Rosie off. Like, they walk to Mia's house, and you can see the little bit of a worried look on her mom's face because her mom knows that Rosie is only 10 years old, and she could be a little bit ahead of herself right now, thinking that these older girls like her like that. Her mom was like, you sure you don't want me to walk you inside? And Rosie's like, Mom, I got it, okay? I was born for this. Like, she knows what she's doing. And she heads over to the front door of Mia's house with this confidence, girl. And I have to give it to Rosie because Rosie is so brave. She really is. And she goes for it. If there's something she wants, she does not hesitate to lean in and go for it with all of her heart. So she's now at the sleepover with Mia. Girl, shopping in Mia closet. Rosie is in heaven now, picking out purses and everything, and especially since Mia let her have a few. But we do see that Mia slipped in this question, like, why didn't your dad come here this summer? Why did you all leave him behind? Like, what? Basically what's going on there. So you can tell she kind of, that was her intentions. She is like fishing for information to catch Zoe up, to hurt Zoe in some kind of way, especially because it seemed to be that Mia and Marcus probably have a thing, or maybe Mia trying to have a thing with Marcus, but she does notice that Marcus kind of has like a soft spot for Zoe. So that's probably adding to the disdain that she has for Zoe because of the whole Marcus thing. That's what I'm picking up on, but y'all ain't hear that from me. You ain't hear that from me, okay? So, but we do see that Rosie know what she's doing. Rosie, like, just so showers Mia with so much praise and admiration, which Mia just eats it up, and that makes her like love having Rosie around, like, seriously. So the conversation moves more towards now, like, the girls are opening up in a very vulnerable way, and they opening up to little 10-year-old Rosie here. So I was like, wow, because the way Rosie came at Mia, like telling her basically that she's perfect and all of that. I mean, these kind of girls, they eat that up. They love hearing you just talk about how good they look and how they're just so perfect and amazing and all these types of things. And so that's how their little sleepover is going so far. On the other end, Zoe's having a good time with Becky them. They are out keeping an eye on Raven. And then you notice some noise, like they hear some weird noises. So the girls go outside the stables, and who they see, y'all? We got a surprise now. Mama Maggie there. Zoe mom is riding on a horse. Zoe is shocked to find her mother there. Not only like on a horse, but she's also there with Mia's dad, whose name is Elliot. Could that be the mystery E? Could her and Mia dad have had something in the past? I don't know. But one thing we do know, homegirl, you riding a horse, but yet you banned your daughter for no reason at all from riding. Zoe points this out at this moment and it's like, what are you doing here? Like, she's surprised, she's shocked, she's feeling some kind of way because it's like, you banned me from all of this, but yet you're here doing this. And on top of that, you never even told me about this, like this whole secret that her mom has been keeping. And then in the middle, Mia them show up with Rosie, and they just as shocked to see the two grown ups here in this act right now. And so we there, but then to ruin the whole moment, before mom could even really explain herself, we see that the horse thieves was showing up at the same time, and they trying to take Raymond, y'all. Zoe hit it, y'all. She was running, jumped that fence. Beating the adults. Like everybody else, they come into the scene well after Zoe. Zoe runs and jumps and goes to protect her horse, okay? She jumped on one of them thieves, trying to like tackle him to the ground. I was like, go Zoe, go girl, go. I'm right there with you. And then like the horse thief, like she not she got in there enough for them, but keep them off of Raven, right? And so I think where they end up running off, but not before like kind of knocking Zoe to the ground. And so Zoe mom comes over there, all the girls come over there, and they all excited, like, wow, we already knew Zoe was cool, but we didn't know she was this cool, right? But she's laying on the ground not moving, and her mom is like calling her name, Rosie, scared, like, mom, why isn't she moving? And that's how the episode ended, y'all. Were coming to my eyes, and y'all probably like, Blue, why you crying over this? Because Zoe, my friend, Zoe, my sister too, and I'm like, what happened? Okay, she had a good heart, good intention. She did what nobody else would do. She had a theory in mind, and she was the only one that stood by what she thought, and she didn't hesitate, okay, to save her horse, right? Oh, y'all, so that's what we left off on episode 5. I look forward to getting to episode 6, see what had happened and everything. But once again, this series is titled Free Rein Season 1, Episode 5. Okay, we are getting through these episodes. I hope y'all are enjoying this and having a good time as much as I'm having a good time with y'all. But before I leave y'all for today, let's go ahead and get into the scripture. And we are coming out of Luke chapter 8, verse 17, and it reads, for nothing is secret that would not be revealed, nor anything hidden that would not be known and come to light. So that's all I have for y'all for this video. As always, please remember to leave y'all thoughts, your prayers, your overall take in the comment section below, because y'all know I love to hear from y'all. Anything y'all want to talk about, any ideas, suggestions, all of that, anything. Always respectful, of course. Let me know below. So until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.